Hi, welcome to the Power Repetition, the channel created to motivate and inspire immigrants around the world. In each episode, we invite people that decided to leave their home country and decided to go to a different place in the world to follow their dreams and start a new journey. In this episode, we are going to invite Luis from Peru. Please, Luis, come on in.
Hi, Angelo.
How are you doing?
Thank you for the
Welcome.
invitation.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Please grab a
Yep.
seat.
Thank you.
So, Luis, you are the second person that is here from Peru.
Oh,
So, I'm very happy because that's also my nation. So, thank you for being here. I appreciate that.
no, thank you for the invitation. I'm happy to be here, share my experience. That is always helpful for people, not only from Peru, from different countries, because all of us have different challenges.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, as I said before, the reason why we created this channel is to inspire people that is going through any challenges or any difficulties when they're in the immigration process. So, I think that your testimony is going to be very important for us.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm happy to
So,
share you.
thank you. So please introduce yourself, Luis. Tell us who you are, why, and how you decided to come to Canada.
Okay, so my name is Luis from Peru, as you said. Um, I already have 8 years in Canada. I decided to migrate to Canada with the original plan was only learn English. It was just before because I lose like a big chance of a great job in Peru just because of the language. So I
Wow.
tried to study, English in Peru many times in different institutes, um, in the Catholic University, even and others as well. But it was hard for me. Uh, had a good level at the end. So one option was migrate to Canada and study there because if I involved with people speaking English all the time, it's gonna be easier for me. So I migrated to Toronto first. I lived there for 1 year.
Oh, you arrived
Uh,
to Toronto first,
yeah,
not to Victoria directly. Okay,
no,
I
no, I
didn't know
didn't
that.
know anything about it. I didn't know anyone in Canada. So actually, when I
No
went,
one, not even one person.
not even one person. So when I went to like it was an agent in Peru, they helped me. They teach me what I need to do to migrate to Canada. So they asked me. They have a like they offer me a institute, English institute, ILAC, and
Oh,
they
I
said
like, yeah.
yeah. So and they said okay, there's ILAC in Vancouver and Toronto. Where do you want to go? And to be honest, at that moment, I said, well, I don't know. It's the same for me. I didn't know anything about it. So Toronto is a big city, bigger city.
It's a
Okay,
huge city.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go to Toronto then. So I decided to migrate with my girlfriend at that time. So we both were agreed to migrate. She already speaks Spanish, speak English at the time, so she helped me a lot on that. In my case, my English was very, very basic.
Very basic.
We're talking about like to understanding the Peruvian level is like a basic four, so it's super basic. So I migrated to Toronto. I study a full-time English there for basically a year or 13 months, like 8 to 1:30 p.m. And after that, you are still in all the English environment
Like the
every day.
networking activities.
Exactly, wherever. I try to find some people to play soccer because I'm very fan of soccer, so something to relax. And I play with people who speak English only, so I was like eh, every day in the English environment, not only my classes, it's also the whole day.
Yeah.
That makes me learn English faster because in Peru I studied English many times. To be honest, I studied English like the 6 year I was in university. I was studying English, not
Yeah.
continuously but pretty frequently.
I
There.
think the main challenge to learn a different language when you live in your home country is that you never practice it, right? Because you go to the class and then you leave the class and you go back to your home, you talk to your family, to your friends in Spanish or whatever the language is. So it's going to be difficult for you to actually embrace the language, the culture, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're only like 2 hours every day,
Yes.
Monday to Friday, and if you don't really like the language of English, you won't learn it. It's my case.
Yeah. And
So
what motivated you to move to Victoria afterwards?
just to keep growing up because I was aware that to get like a good professional like a position or keep growing up if I was with the idea to do a master program as well in Peru at the beginning. But even though if it's in Peru, you need language because you need to read a lot of things in different languages. English is the main one, so English was a must to keep growing up professionally. So
Okay.
learning in Peru, learning in Canada. So my plan was learn English first
Okay. And then from Toronto, how do you take the step from there to Victoria?
because after like a 6 8 months in Toronto, I decided to apply for a postgraduate program.
Okay.
So I was looking for options there because we were happy in Toronto. I mean, the city was great. It was cold, but great still. I mean, doesn't affect me too much.
Yeah.
I'm very adaptive in that way. Uh, However, I was with a mind, like in Peru, there is a big gap between universities and institutes, right? Um, well, I was new in Canada, so I was thinking, no, I want to go to a university. I don't want to go to an institute
Yeah.
because in Peru we come with that mind, saying that institute is maybe not a good quality or something like that. So I was looking for a university, and an option was the Toronto University, which I went there. It was a beautiful
It's
university,
huge campus,
extremely
eh? Yeah.
huge campus, huge everything beautiful, but the cost was crazy at that moment. I was
I know
spending
that Rodman, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
So
like over 6 figures. Yeah, I know. It's
yeah,
huge. I
so
know. It's
actually Roma at that time was in the top, I think 12 or 15 around the world. I don't know the time, I don't know right now, but it's something like that. So yeah, my parents were helping me with a lot of economic things at that time. So it wasn't a good idea. I mean, like have a loan, for example, and have a debt for the next 10, 15 years.
okay.
Especially because if you are a resident, you can get a much better price.
Yeah.
And that was the plan, right? That's why, that looking for a university, the ILAC, the institute, tell me, okay, if you want to go to university, but like with a more reasonable price, they show me real roads.
Oh, and you saw the
That
campus
I
and
saw the campus, I read how's the program, and I said, okay, let's go there. They mentioned Victoria. I didn't know anything about it. Same, I didn't know anyone here. I just heard that it was an island. Well, let's go. Hopefully, my wife support me on that way, and that's how we decided to come here.
okay, okay. So tell me what was the hardest challenge when you decided to move to Canada? Like what was the first thing that you say, wow, this is different? What was the challenge for you coming from Peru? You've never been here before ever. You didn't know anyone. What was the hardest challenge when you arrived?
Well, I will say I was prepared for what is coming. I was prepared how is Canada. I mean, about the weather.
The weather, of
The
course.
weather. The weather was okay. I will never say that it was a problem for me. It was super cold, of course, but it was pretty adaptive. The I will say that the most challenging thing it was on me in case because I was in Peru. I usually have a more social life more
Yes.
frequently, right? It's
Yeah.
basically I was because I was working in Peru. I was living alone, so I basically every weekend I have some plans with friends, family, many things. And at the beginning, I was prepared of that, saying that okay, I'm going to Canada. I'm going to live only. I mean, with my wife and I. We don't have friends there, but eventually maybe we're gonna be friends. But that it was hard for me thinking like it's already 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and basically all my days are like the same.
Yeah.
I miss have my friends or have a meeting, or going to a party or something like that, just to socialize a little bit more.
Okay.
And
So
at the beginning,
basically the connections. The
yeah,
connections.
and I couldn't. I made some friends in the institute as well, but I never feel 100% comfortable because my English was improving,
Yeah.
but have a meeting, I mean a party to be relaxed in English was so hard for me. I said, this is not relaxing for me at all. So that was hard, definitely. But I will say everything else was okay, even the
Okay.
food.
Yeah,
I miss Peruvian food, of course,
of
but
course.
it's nothing that I can say, oh, I want to go back just because the food, right?
I see. I see. So basically, you're saying the connections, the social environment, the language barrier. And I'm curious about after you decided to do the transition from Toronto to Victoria, when you started the master's degree and you started working. I want to hear your first years of experience working in Victoria. Like, what was the main difference between working in Peru and working here in Canada in your first experience?
First experience, well, my first work in Canada was a co-op student, like 6 months before I finished the master program. So it was great. I met great people there, but as in Peru or Canada or whatever country, I think you can find different kind of people,
True.
like great people, very kind people, or sort of serious people as well. So something that I found a little bit different is like in Peru, the relationship between coworkers are very personal, right? You have good friends. You even have plans for the weekend, something like that. In Canada, it don't sort of like that. The relationship probably ends, at least in my experience, ends at the end of the day work. So another thing that I see is don't take it personal wherever it happens in the work, in the job,
Yeah.
because I know I had a lot of discussions as well, for something that it happens, and a person can be mad. In Peru, if you have a problem or discussion with someone, you probably won't talk with other people for at least a week or even more. But in Canada, those guys is you can keep talking with them just the next day, and it's like nothing happened
Yeah.
because they are not mixing up like the social relationship with the job
The
relationship.
job.
I Yeah.
So in Peru, basically, you're saying that your experience you experienced like people were taking personally all the job situations, and they would just have this 1 2 week without talking to you, and then here in Canada it's like what, let's just next day we move on and we keep going.
Yeah, here in Canada, I found the people is easier for them to say, okay, sorry, what happened yesterday. I was frustrated or whatever, and but yeah, sorry about that. So and that's it.
That's it.
It really that's it. It's not
No
something that
drama, no drama.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
so no work drama basically.
That's it.
That's the main.
I have really I met people that are great outside as a friend, but when the same person is like I don't know, is busy with a lot of stressful, can be a totally different one. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be only like only at that moment. It's not he's really saying at the end, oh, sorry about that. I shouldn't say that, for example.
And then you
But
move on.
that's it.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's interesting. I never heard something like that, but you're right. Now that you say that, people here are very laid back and relaxed and never take work things personally. They just
Yeah.
move on and the next day is all good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Everything is good. Sometimes we try to think too much about it, but it's actually if you forget it, that's it,
Yeah.
and everything is like never happened.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to hear after 8 years in Canada, I want to hear what is the main difference between the Luis that is here sitting in front of me versus Luis that arrived 8 years ago.
I will say attitude is one of the things that actually helped me a lot to start feeling uh, Canada as my home, because in Canada everyone uh, face challenges, different kind of challenges, economic challenges, social challenges, cultural, any other things. And everyone, it doesn't matter how you come here. If you come to study, you come to work, you will face challenges. But the difference is the attitude that you're gonna take to face those challenges. In my case, I was, I think, I'll say I never feel like so bad when I did something wrong in my job, for example. I did something wrong, totally mixed up like a process and
And you were all thinking about it the full night.
yeah.
Yeah.
So something that I do, it was like okay, it wasn't hard for me to say, okay, sorry, I messed up. So yeah, tell me how it should be. I'll do it like a better next time. This is something that it wasn't hard to me to say. And believe me, that helped me a lot of things because every people appreciate that. Say, that, okay, even that the guy who probably is affected, they said, okay, this guy did something super wrong, totally wrong, but now he knows how to do it. It won't happen again.
Yeah.
Of course, I was make sure that it's like that, right? I never feeling bad, so I don't. It's same. I learned that don't make like a drama, saying that thinking, oh, I don't want to be there, I don't want to be here because this guy tell me that I'm so bad, I'm not good enough in this one. Here is, but it's probably because I don't know. I was here alone. I mean, I was with my wife, with my wife, but basically we were alone with our family, saying that there's no time for drama things. You have to go ahead, accept what you did wrong, and just keep learning.
Okay, so basically you're saying that your attitude changed here after a year. So you know more how to navigate work conflict, social conflict. You don't stress too much comparing to Luis 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to think too much about like problems. I know that it something happened today, but it won't be the same tomorrow. If I take, I don't leave the time fix things. Is basically if I decide do things to fix it, right? um, how to explain a little bit is sometimes we can say, okay, I did something wrong, we'll leave the time to fix it.
Yeah.
But I think the time it won't fix actually it won't fix the problem. What it fix the problem is start thinking in actions to fix the problem.
Wow.
So if I know that I'm gonna fix it, even though if it's so hard,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling stressful, right? I'm a person that actually in Canada, with hikings, running a lot of extra activities, you can be relaxed. And I learned to don't be too stressful here. I know my mother, I remember always says when since I was kid, saying that if a problem has a solution, don't be worried. If
Don't
it
worry.
doesn't have a solution, well, don't be worried again because if it doesn't have a solution, you can do anything.
That's true.
So one of my key things and strengths is don't be worried or don't be too much stressful for something that you cannot fix, and don't be too much stressful is if it's something that you can fix. So just
Because just fix it.
go step by step,
Go step by step. Take
even
action.
even though if it's hard, but do
Yeah.
it step by step, right?
Yeah. No, thank you for sharing. Actually, it's an interesting perspective because you're saying that there is no point to focus on something you cannot control or fix.
Yep,
And if you have the opportunity to solve a problem or at least work on it, just take the steps, but don't stress too much. Yeah,
exactly.
no, that's
Yeah.
a great mindset. So now that we're talking about personal development mindset, now I know you're a father, you have a
Mhm.
family, you're the leader of a family. Can you please share with the people that have kids or people that has a family or are leader, their tribe and wanted to support them, help them, being the leader of the family? What mindsets or strengths they need to have to face those challenges as a family leader in Canada?
Well, the family, I'm not. I can't say it, I'm the family leader, but we are both families leaders in my family. My wife and I were both manage the family. We have different strengths. I do like good things at home, like a ABC. I can do it really good, and my wife is really good doing the other things to complement and do a great thing for my family, right? Um, Something like I said, like my kid helped me to give me a goal to keep thinking in the future. So I always have goals since I came here. My first goal in the short term was learn English, talking about a year and a half. The second goal was get a master program in English. So it was really a challenging thing. And the third one was like find a job and like I don't know, keep the job in English, learn wherever I can and keep growing, right? The next time I don't know, maybe I will keep studying something else. But my kid give me like the option to think more than the like in the short term, something in the
The long term.
medium long term to uh, thinking myself, thinking my family, but with a goal with thinking in my kid, saying, okay, now all my decisions are based on him because I'm happy. It's a different kind of happiness that you can feel. For example, I can spend money in me and in a travel, in a trip, that which is great. Something that we were since we were in the university, we were saying, okay, I would like to get the money to go to Europe with a trip,
Mexico,
to
Europe,
Mexico,
yeah.
wherever. Now I'm feeling the same happiness when I'm sharing, when I'm like spending money in like something for my kid. Okay, the extra class they have, the soccer class they have, see my kid enjoying the time
It's
playing
like you are
soccer.
reliving these experiences again, right?
Yeah, and Canada helped me with that. You know why? It's because Canada gives me the time. I mean, the Canada environment it gives me the time to spend time with them. I'm happy to have the opportunity to have time for him for simple things. For in Peru, for example, if the people in Lima usually spend like a 1 hour is even is short, maybe 2 3 hours in the traffic.
It's huge. The
It's
traffic
a
limit is a
lot.
problem,
It's a
yes.
lot. Something or usually because I work in Lima as well. Usually it's between 8 to 5, but you never leave at 5, right? You are
Never. If
you
you
are
leave at 5, you are the
you are the bad.
lazy. Yeah,
Exactly.
you're bad,
You
yes.
are you are the bad guy. So it's impossible. You are not like you're not a good one. Minimum 6. Sometimes if something is like a busy time, it's 7 or more. So if a kid have to go to sleep, I reckon between 7 to 8, thinking about in healthy habits. When you're gonna spend time with them, like in the weekends only, and
You're
somewhat,
right.
yeah. I'm considering that Saturdays are for parties, which is the normal in Peru, is basically Sundays. One day a week is not enough for sure.
To raise your kids properly and spend the time that you want
Exactly.
is not enough.
So right now I have the chance to spend every day with my kid at least 2 or 3 hours
That's a
because
blessing. That's a
it's
blessing.
it's a lot. Yeah. So I because I arrive at home like at 4:30 to 5 p.m. and nobody will ask me for my job after that. So I have 5, 6, 7. I can have a dinner with my kid. I can go to bed with my kid. We can play something before bed, and that is Monday to Friday, right? And then
You have the
Saturdays,
weekends,
Sundays is I can enjoy a lot of activities in Canada because in Canada you have the chance to enjoy different things like hikings, walkings,
nature, all the
nature.
national parks, regional parks.
There's a lot of
Everything
things.
is
So
free.
and everything is free. So there's kind of things that I'll never change. I mean, I'm right now. If you ask me, if I had the chance to find a really great job in Peru to go back, I have to probably gonna think too much about it. Thinking on my kid, I don't wanna
It's
because
not about the money. It's
it's not.
about the
It's about the
quality
life.
time with your family.
Because at the end, the idea to make money is to have a quality of life. But if you already have the quality of life, it's not make sense, right?
That's true. No,
So,
what you just shared, Luis, is super important because actually you allow me to share one of the reasons why I decided to move to Canada is because I was also working extra hours in Peru. Like I was arriving to the office around 8, leaving 6:37 plus traffic. I was basically in office hours between traffic and time at the office around 12 to 14 hours every day. So eventually I want to be a father. I would like to have the opportunity to raise a kid and have, the opportunity to experience what you experience. And I said to me, I'm going to arrive home 8 p.m. Crazy tired, crazy just I just want to go to bed. I will not have the energy, neither the time to spend or at least have a conversation or play, right? So,
Sorry.
question about, because you said something very important, the Canada environment.
Mm.
So now you have that quality time with your family because Canada offers that. Because yes, you're right. Here, 4 or 5 p.m., everyone's closing their laptop or their computer and going home. If someone that is listening right now from Peru, Colombia, India, it doesn't matter, and they want to trade the great job, 6 figures job, big title, big CEO, CFO title, to come to Canada to restart. Because you know that when you arrive to Canada, you don't go directly to the CEO position.
No.
So, would you recommend that? And if the answer is yes, what actions would you recommend them in order to have a peace of mind and restart again?
Okay, my answer is yes, definitely. I will recommend it. It's always it's hard at the beginning. I also my first year in Toronto learning English only it was hard. Um, the first thing that I'm gonna recommend is the language because uh, you can learn English actually basically in any country. I mean, it's easy. It's maybe a little bit easier for some people. Like in my case, I had to come to Canada to learn English because when I was trying to learn in Peru, it was my mind was like English. Okay, this is something else that university require me to grad for the graduation.
Yeah.
But I in my mind was never like English is very important. That's why I never learned. To be honest, I just take the exam, pass the exams. I graduated from university, but I never learned. Um, so I'm gonna suggest language, but take it seriously because that is gonna help or avoid a lot of frustration here,
Yeah,
a
that's
lot.
true.
So all the problems, like the anxiety problems when someone leave their country, is uh, is because of cultural, because of socializing things. Those can be fixed with a good language. Cultural, well, you can be adapted in the new culture things if you can talk and share with people here.
Communicate. Yeah.
Communication, like same with to find a job as well, to make friends. It wasn't my case. My level in English was very basic. So if someone had the chance to learn English first, or at least in a good level to do like a basic communication, a basic conversation with someone, I think it's gonna be much easier to be adapted in the like in the new environment like Canada.
Okay. Okay. So that's in regards to, being prepared to come here. Once you're here, once you're already in the Canadian environment, once you're already here working, and or imagine you have a family and you have to take care of your family, what habits do you have, or what habits do you recommend to these people to embrace to have a successful life in Canada?
Habits. Okay, let me think.
Let's go with just three. I want to just, you know,
Something habit that I was developing here maybe is I will say maybe be open because understand that you are in a different culture, so you cannot expect what you have it in your country like have it here as well. So it's not make sense migrate, right? You're not migrating only to have a great job or to have like a payment bill in dollars. You are moving to also be part of a new culture, so you need to be adaptive.
open
So
minded.
one of the things that my habit is maybe just try something new like every weekend. I never did like a hiking in Lima. I did hikings because I'm from Ayacucho in Peru.
Yeah.
I live in Lima because I moved to study in university, but all the high school I did it in Ayacucho, in a small town actually. Wanta is the name. I did hikings there because we were in the highland. This is a small city. It was more common there. But In Lima, it's not usual. You're hiking is maybe go to the cinema or a restaurant. That's it. But here is a good habit is find something that like the people do here. I mean, for fun, and try to do it. You don't know if it's gonna be boring or not. I mean, if someone tell the Peruvian guy right now, "Hey, what is your plan for the weekend? Do a hiking." What is hiking?
Yeah.
Just walk. I said, of course they're gonna tell you it's gonna be so boring, right?
Yeah.
So a good habit is just without thinking about it, just try it.
Try something new. Okay.
Yep. Another habit is something I don't know, something simple that I do, and my wife and I do all the time is leave the house like ready for the next day.
Yeah.
Uh, Actually, but it seems simple, but that helped a lot in like I was like when you wake up the next day and you see your house. I mean, it's all clean,
And ready for
all
the day.
ready. I mean, your mind is gonna be open in a good mood.
It's like you are restarting your day, your life with the right foot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So we don't usually go to bed if we don't leave the house ready for tomorrow. Ready, I mean, all
Yeah.
clean, dishes,
Yeah.
maybe food, kind of things, right? Some simples. I know that many people say that. There's also books for it. We'll learn here just because it make us feel better the next day. It's not like I don't feel. I actually can start feeling stressful when I wake up and I see a lot of dishes to do in the morning. So this is one habit to keep us like in a good mood, right?
Yeah.
The good mood at the end is your mind can start thinking in something else, in something like a new. Is to try to see the world with a different view.
Yeah.
Those are small things help me a lot. And
Maybe one more. The
and
last
the
one.
last one is maybe find find something that you can enjoy. In Peru, for example, what I enjoy is play soccer.
Play soccer.
Like probably I don't know, 70-80% of the guys play soccer in Peru. So I used to play at least twice a week. This is something that I cannot do it here. Well, in Canada, in Victoria, actually, there is a group of people, great people that play every weekend, but it's not like the common one. So before that, I found one things to do, which is running. I start with a hiking, but I said, okay, if I can do something else, so I start running.
Running. Okay.
Uh, this is definitely I found something that like I really like and helped me um, to this stressful or help me to feeling better.
To feel better.
And it's not only running in Canada. You can do like something and take it to the next level.
Yeah. You
Okay,
can go to a marathon, participate
there is a
in a
lot of things,
triathlon.
right?
Yeah.
Trial, there is a lot of chances, so you can see how you can improve. I start running like a 3-4K just around my house. Now, last year I ran the 21K.
Wow. That's
This year,
impressive. 21K is a
yeah,
lot.
yeah, and this year I signed up to run the full marathon 42K in October. So I basically
Wow. You're
training
preparing. You're
every day.
preparing.
Yeah, and it's not something that you just go and run. You
Yeah.
need to be prepared, change your food, for example, and you enjoy every day, right? How you are improving. Now I'm running like at 20, so next time maybe running 25. So kind of things help me because when you are in a country, basically I will say alone or just your family, small family, but you're missing a lot of family in your country. You need your mind be healthy because if your mind is too much stressful, if you add all the stressful that your family has in your country, for example, because it's always happens something, healthy problems, economic problems, friends that are not having a good time, politics in Peru, which is
The
usual,
government. Yeah.
governments that are corruption and everyone. If you start adding all of these things, your mind is not healthy and you cannot think clearly.
That's true. No, that's very powerful. So you're saying try to find an activity that you enjoy that keeps your mind healthy, and try to focus on the positive and don't overwhelm yourself with negative, whatever is in the news from your country, because you cannot really have a life here in a healthy way
Yeah,
having your mind overwhelmed by so many factors, even your problems in the country that you come from, right? No.
yeah, exactly. Actually, it doesn't mean that you will forget it. It means that you need to be like in a good shape to
Yes.
face it, right? If
Yes.
you're stressed here, you won't help there.
That's true.
Yeah, you need to be okay here. You need to be healthy. You need to be good here to help someone can need it in your country.
You need to take care of yourself first to take
Mm-hmm.
care of others after,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Okay. So Luis, this is the end. I have just one more question for you, and this question is out of the script, but we have talked about habits, family, um, the difference between working here in Canada versus Peru, the difference between raising a family in Canada versus raising a family in Peru, time management, quality time with your family. I'm curious now, after 8 years, you said, okay, you have a family, you have a kid, so you plan ahead, right? You don't plan for the short term, you plan for the medium term, for the long term. But as of today, what are you proud of?
I'm proud of what my family achieved. To be honest, I'm talking about my family is basically my wife and I because we did it together. We came together. Actually, she was the main person actually in our team because she was the person who speak English. I was learning, so she helped me. She had actually trying to find like the better job because she 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 speak English at that time. um, we are proud of how we face and how we keep together, um, and how we now our family is going on because our family, I can say, we have challenges, we have dreams, but I will say we are on the way to achieve them. It's not hard for all, of course. It's not easy, sorry. Um, but I think we are capable to achieve it. I mean, I need her, she need me. We are a good team. So I'm proud of how we build it together. When we came here, we just had less than 2 years of relationship, probably 2 years. Sorry if it's a little bit wrong. It's a little bit more. We were just new, but here we make it strong with a lot of problems in the middle, but we made it great. Now we are, our quality of life is much better now. We have jobs. We are living in a great house. You know,
Have
things
a
that
good
you
job,
can.
you have quality time with your family, what really matters.
Yeah, exactly. I think that the key is that we both have the same goal. She wants like the best for me. I want the best for her. Both of us were developing in our own ways. Uh, but yeah, we are proud of how we are stable here
Yeah,
after a lot of
and
challenges.
after all these 8 7 8 years, you have achieved it with all the circumstances, challenges, but you did it together as a team.
Yes, definitely. All the things. Actually, the job that I found at Access, it was for her. It's it was the main job in the family. And then what else? A lot of things that I found it was because she sent me hey, try this one.
She encouraged you to try.
Exactly, and then I did it. I mean, I do I executed, but the idea comes from her.
Yeah.
So it's basically sometimes it's like she's the mind, and I am good executing, but I can say, well, without her, probably without that idea, probably I didn't. It's probably wouldn't be
or
possible,
or
right?
it will take you longer. It will take
Or
you
or
longer.
like that, yeah.
Yes.
and worked for both sides as well. Sometimes I had the idea, and so she's great as a mother. She actually teach me a lot of things with my kid. If I'm good as a father, it's because she made a task to get read books, know how it's like how is a kid, how is have a kid in Canada, many other things. So our teamwork is great in that way. Yeah.
That's very beautiful what you just shared, and I'm sure that when she listens to this video, she will be very proud and she will be very happy what you have accomplished together as a team.
Yeah.
So thank
Thank
you
you.
for sharing that. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.